How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the best trading channel on YouTube. My name is Gev. It's Wednesday, July 29th, so let's talk capital. All right, so another interesting day, exciting day in the markets today. I have a very important nugget of news to share with you guys, and then we're going to jump into the charts here. But first, I want to say, if you guys haven't watched my last video, it was a video on the top 3 picks in cryptocurrencies along with a couple of other things. Go ahead and check that out now so you can stay up to date with the crypto market. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So the news that we got today is Fed Chair Jerome Powell testified, and pretty much in his testimony he said that we do not expect to, I mean not expect, sorry, we are not thinking thinking about changing the interest rate, as in raising it higher. So basically what he was trying to do, he was trying to tell the market that we're not in any way thinking about raising the federal funds rate, which currently sits at 0.25%. And that's the reason why the market rallied today, along with other things that we're going to talk about here. But that's the main driver here. Whenever the Fed chair comes out and says we're not thinking about raising federal funds rate anytime in the near future, he's basically talking about at least a year out. So he's projecting a year out, saying we're not going to change it, most likely not going to change it going higher. In my opinion, I believe that they are going to drop it down to zero. They're going to have to at some point to be able to push this market past the all-time high of 3,400 that we basically set. But the good news is that they're not going to be raising it. So this is good news for mortgages. This is good news for home buyers. This is good news for home sellers. This is good news for anybody who's trying to borrow cash. Pretty much your interest rate is an all-time low, and it's going to stay that way for the foreseeable future. Okay, now how does this affect the markets? Well, traditional markets, stock markets, have done nothing but rally since the news came out. Daily closed very bullish here, engulfing the past 2 days worth of data and bouncing off of our horizontal and diagonal resistance and bouncing off the bottom of the channel. This basically sets us up for the weekly to close somewhere in the $3,300 range, possibly even higher. Let's go ahead and look at the weekly right now. Yeah, so we could push up higher. Now I want to say if we close above this wick, obviously that would put us at 3,300, but that would also give the market the momentum it needs to recapture all-time highs, in my opinion. We're going to see how that plays out, but that's just how I think it's going to go ahead and play out. Now, coming off the back of that 0% or very close to 0% interest rate, and the fact that they're going to hold that rate there, well, gold has rallied basically off that news. As soon as they came out and stated that, we just started rallying hard off of our daily lows here at 1907. Now 1907 was basically a daily retest of the previous all-time high here. If you guys can see, previous all-time high was 1919. We basically retested the previous all-time high and from there moonshot out of there, right? The news definitely helps. When you have 0% interest rate, that means gold has a lot of room to run, right? Free money means gold is going to be very, very expensive in a short time frame. We're going to be making up a lot of lost ground here, getting up to the 2250 and possibly 2500 even to close the year out here. Okay, how does this news all translate to Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin currently on the 1 hour stage here, we're seeing higher lows, and the important thing is we are holding this uptrend here, basically holding above this sorry guys, holding above this 10,500 level with the uptrend here, getting one bounce. We could see another bounce here, but I love how we're setting continuous higher lows on the 1 hour and on the 4 hour, just putting in higher low, higher low. Anytime you start to see a structure that is just higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, it's gonna break out. Okay, that's exactly the structure we just came out of daily. Why are all my tools off here? Oh, we're on the wrong chart. Where's my Bitcoin chart? 1 second. I'm showing you guys a chart that's not saved, so I'm missing all the data. I mean, not all the data, all the trend lines. Let's go ahead and bring that over here. Okay, so we saw higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and what happened? We eventually flew out of there, right? Anytime you see this pattern, again over here, you got a low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, we flew out of there. This is the same situation that's getting ready to happen here on the 1 hour. Basically, we're setting higher lows. Let's go ahead and put that trend line back down here. We're setting higher lows and we're going to keep doing that until we basically grind up to the 11.6 here, and then blow the top off 11.6 and go for 12, 13, and 14 and beyond, right? So Bitcoin is very nicely set up for a nice move higher. We did get a retest again, just like gold, got a quick retest of the $10,500 level here, and the daily candle here is going to close in 12 minutes. And I mean, we're not closing super bullish, but we're also in no way closing bearish. So that's the good news for Bitcoin. So moving forward, we are pretty much primed for another move higher here, probably pushing up into the high 12s, possibly even low 13s area. With that being said, as always, I appreciate the support, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.